A close advisor of Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has been arrested. Shah Mehmood Qureshi is a former foreign minister for Pakistan. He was detained on Saturday. He's been accused of exposing official secrets and harming national interests. It's the latest development in a political standoff between the administrations of outgoing Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and his predecessor Imran Khan, who was jailed earlier this month. Well, Zeeshan Salahuddin is director of the Centre for Regional and Global Connectivity at the public policy think tank Tabadlab, and he's joining us from Islamabad. Very good to have you with us, sir, on Al Jazeera. Thank you very much. Tell us who Shah Mehmood Qureshi is, first of all.
Shah Mehmood Qureshi is perhaps one of the top leaders in the PTI, very much in the inner circle of Imran Khan, foreign minister in his regime, and also served as the foreign minister in a previous government, that of the Pakistan People's Party. But based on certain events that are too lengthy to cover in this particular interview, he was thrown under the bus and therefore defected to the PTI and has been with them since. He was, in fact, the last standing top-tier leader with the PTI, still in support of Imran Khan. And in fact, earlier today, right before his arrest, he held a press conference demanding that elections be held on time. Now, what on time means, of course, is very nebulous at the moment. It's a bit of a constitutional gray area, because once the government goes out, the Election Commission of Pakistan has about 90 days to conduct elections. But under another article of the Constitution, once a census has been published, that being the digital census of Pakistan that was recently published, putting Pakistan's population at 241 million, in that case, delimitations must occur immediately, and then elections must be held, in which case we might be looking at a delay of additional 3 to 4 months. So his arrest today seems very coincidental, given the demands that he put on the current regime in his press conference earlier today.
What kind of impact do you think this is going to have on the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf party, certainly in the run-up to those elections?
Of course. I mean, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, political parties are hard to dismantle, particularly one that was as popular as the PTI. And especially one that has the kind of public support that the PTI did enjoy at one point. I mean, in the last regime, they did form governments in 3 of the 4 provinces and held the government in the center. But what they are going to face now, especially with Shah Mehmood Qureshi's arrest, is a serious crisis of leadership, because the top-tier leadership systematically has been dismantled within the PTI, many of them defecting to other parties and several members leaving politics altogether. As to what might happen to Shah Mehmood Qureshi, he's a very savvy, seasoned, smart politician. He's been the foreign minister twice, as I've said, once with another regime, and he's immensely popular in his own constituency and holds a lot of political currency. That being said, the crackdown on the PTI has been very relentless and very consistent. So what will happen to him now, although is anybody's guess, it really will come down to how well Shah Mehmood Qureshi is really able to negotiate his position, and how serious the current political powerhouse in Pakistan is about continuing the crackdown on PTI and shutting down all dissent.
Describe to our viewers around the world what the popularity of the PTI is at the moment, because obviously it has taken such a battering, and other parties have as well, of course, particularly in the last few months. Where is it standing with regard to the people of Pakistan?
The PTI was, of course, a very, very popular party, especially before the events of May 9th. May 9th, of course, being when Imran Khan got arrested for the first time, which led to wide-ranging protests, some of which also target military installation, which has become the pivot point for the party's downfall. Now, the proof is in the pudding. If we look at how things are unfolding right now, the caretaker setup that has been brought in is perhaps the most powerful that Pakistan has ever seen. And this principally because of certain amendments that have been made in the National Assembly, they are now empowered to make economic decisions despite being in power for a very short period of time. Secondly, Imran Khan, the main PTI leadership, being taken off the board. And thirdly, the release of the digital census, which requires the delimitation process and also creates this constitutional gray area that I spoke of. I would imagine that the public of Pakistan is, especially those that supported PTI, quite disenfranchised. And I would not be surprised, Rob, at this point, if the turnout for the elections, which I would predict would be sometime around March of 2024, is at an all-time historic low, because those that would come out to support the PTI would not necessarily have any viable candidates left to vote for.
Obviously, we're going to be covering the build-up to those elections, if they do happen, whenever they happen, perhaps in March in 2024. We appreciate you being with us. Zeeshan Salahuddin, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for having me.